He almost cried when I told him he could retire. I deal with this quite a bit, actually. A lot of federal employees. I deal with military personnel who become federal employees. A lot of these guys, come from nothing. They start from basically nothing. They work their way up. They just, they keep their nose clean. They keep their head down. They just drive on. And then, and a lot of these guys don't start making much money. They just don't. And I don't care if you're in a government job, whatever. And, it must be nice to government employees. Man, I hate that. I hate the envy. These guys busted their butts. They worked their tails off. A lot of times for not much money at all. Especially if you start in the military. So the guy I was talking to today was retired enlisted in the military. And let me just tell you, as an enlisted guy myself, you're not making scrap as an enlisted guy. You know what I'm saying? He's got a nice pension, but we're not talking $8,000 a month. I'll tell you that right now. $2,500 a month, something like that. Anyway, so this guy, his wife had an outhouse for a bathroom, and he wants to buy a $4,000 rifle. His wife's like, "What?" Then he sent me my money for my fee because they don't have $1 million. It was only $1,250. She's like, "You're spending this kind of money on this guy?" He goes, I think the numbers make sense, but I don't know. I just got to know for sure. My perceptions, they make sense, but I don't trust that I know this. I need to find out. Anyway, so I told this guy, we'll call him Richard. His name wasn't Richard. But I said, "Hey, Richard, look, man, there's not much for me to do here. You got all this pension money between you and your wife. You don't have any debt. I me's got a little bit of debt, but he's going to pay it off by the time he retires. And you got more money coming in when you have more money coming in when you retire than you do while you're working, if you think about that. So you're never running out of money." Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang tight. I can't pause it, so you just can hear me. It's COVID! Achoo! Mpox! Excuse me. But anyway, so it's like you're going to have more money coming in than you did while you're working. He's like, "What?" He's like, "That doesn't make any sense." And that's what he said. He goes, "This doesn't make any sense." I said, "No, dude. I get it. I mean, hell, I've been working with people like you for a long time. A lot of government employees, a lot of FBI guys, Chris Barfield, sent me some of his people from the U.S. Marshals and whatnot." I said, "Dude, I get it. I mean, you didn't have a pot to pee in for many years." He's like, "Man, we had a freaking scrimp and save to buy our first house. We put together that we built a kitchen ourselves, the whole thing." He's like, "Now you're telling me?" And I'm showing his positive cash flows. I'm like, "Dude." No, I get it. It's a good place to be. But I'm showing his positive cash flows. I said, unless you're lying to me, these numbers are the numbers, and there's no other way around that. And we talked about investing. I said, if you got this much money coming in, there's no reason you should have any bonds in your portfolio because your pension and your pension and Social Security are bond. Now, I don't think that for everybody, mind you. It won't be for me because I don't have a big fat pension, and his pension isn't big and fat, just FYI. But so if you got that kind of money coming in that covers all your expenses, you don't need any bond portfolio because the reason you have bonds is for mitigation against the downside risk, like the earlier video I talked about today. Now, I actually have some bonds more than that because I think the long-term bonds have a potential boost on the upside, but that's just my own gambling, my own speculation. But if you don't need, so he's basically leaving his money for his kids and grandkids essentially. So it might as well just be all stocks. Anyway, it's a very humbling experience watching grown men, military personnel, and he didn't start crying, but he told me, he goes, "Man, I feel like crying." I said, "Dude, I get it, man. I know the feeling, 100%. Because you're up from nothing, and now you got more than you could possibly know what to do with. You're going to leave your wife, your grandkids, basically millions of dollars, maybe not millions, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's well deserved. And don't light cigars with $100 bills, but give to Caesar what's Caesar, give to God what's God's, and be grateful. But don't be overly miserly too, thinking that it could be taken from you, because it just, look, I can't say it can't, but enjoy it. It's okay to enjoy what your labor did. It's okay to enjoy. That's what I told him. I said, man, you work for this dude. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about Reforger because he was stationed in Germany for a couple of years, and I had gone to Germany, and it's just like, you know, you weren't making crap back then. Anyway, enjoy it. All right, love your thoughts. God bless. And I don't want to hear any, no, government employee. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it because military people are government employees too. No one ever says to anybody, you're the military government employee. Just because you work for the federal government or the state government or your local municipality government doesn't mean you're a lazy sack of crap. I'm telling you, man, it doesn't. There's plenty of people who are lazy in the private sector, and there's plenty of people who work hard in the government sector. It's just a fact. I deal with them all the time. God bless.